Hi and welcome to Darki Explains. Today we want to talk about the scout weapons, and I want to start with the best scout weapon in the game, I think. We have this Mercer axe, and there exists also a second combination of threads for this Mercer axe. So instead of tactical we have first strike, and for destructive there exists a root thread or entire thread. This is better than this original one, which was in a campaign, but this is also a great weapon because you could stop in the Overwatch attack every attack. So means interruption chance is 100% if there come some walkers to you. In the bonus attack you have a free space arc, so you could hit 3 enemies in this case. And with this tactical threat, you could stay in Overwatch, wait until the walkers come to you. Overwatch stops the attack, and you can hit in the next turn and run away with the tactical threat. So it's a very nice weapon and my favorite one. But we have alternative since the last or the actual campaign. This is the Groot's hook knife. It's maybe not the, as good as the Mercer axe because we need 2 charge points and you just will get one when you kill a walker. If you kill with the Mercer axe, you are already charged. But we have in this case nice special function. If you use your charge attack and you kill, you regain an action point, and with this, if you attack their walker, you will have a critical hit. This is very new. There exists no weapon with this functionality, and this makes it really good. And yeah, it's a bit lesser good than the Mercer axe in the charge attack because you just could hit 2 enemies. And another not so good point is that you didn't have the tactical threat, so you could interrupt with this knife, but you couldn't use the power strike to hit and run away with tactical. So it's maybe not that good, that Mercer axe, and you have to kill for this second attack. So yeah, but it's a good alternative, I think. So now we come to the next weapon, which is also very nice, is the bayonet musket. There exists also a second cash combination, so you could buy with Engire in the shop, but just for real money. You couldn't get in the black market. This one you could buy in the black market. So if you have 1000 gold, you may want to invest into this weapon, but just if you haven't such a weapon or you don't want to invest into the Crescent Edge, which is also available in the black market. Bev has this. This is also a very good weapon because it was the first weapon of choice before the Mercer axe, because we have here threat reduction. If you kill a walker, you have the chance to reduce the threat, and you could also hit twice if you killed a walker, which makes this one also very nice. In earlier levels, this is also very nice to reduce this threat, but in the nightmare mode you may didn't have the chance to reduce this threat. Yeah, what's also nice weapons is this last word. You have the chance to stun the enemy. No, not the chance, you stun the enemy, which is stunnable in the charge attack, and you have very, very right arc to attack, so you could hit up to 5 walkers here, and this is maybe good in maps where you could stun with the bruiser and try to fight through these walkers because of this, because you could hit here many walkers. Yeah, what's next? This Sawtooth Spike was also a campaign weapon, but it's not as good as like the Crescent Edge because you just hit one walker, but you will 100% reduce the threat. So yes, I didn't use this weapon anymore, but just want to explain the weapon. So which I use is often the Tenderizer. You will root the enemies in the charge attack, which is really, really nice, I think. So also in the charged scouts weeks, I think this is really good to use here for a second scout if the first one has the Missile X, for example. But in some maps, maybe also the first weapon of choice, because you also have the chance to root enemies with the normal attack. But you have to remember you need a non-body shot, which is with Razor, you reduce this body shots up to 35%, and yeah, you just have for this 35% the chance that Anjara is activated or the root is activated to the target. This is increased by luck, so if your survivor has some luck and you got a luckier armor, then this percentage is increased, which should be over 80% in this case with double luck. And yeah, it's also a nice weapon. I used it in the last week where Connie was in Last Stand. She could stun root this walker in front, and the others could cripple the walkers behind, so you could stop them very well. And with the second attack, you could also run away and recharge, for example, which makes this really nice. And yeah, let's come to the Ornate Beadent, which is, I didn't use it anymore, but we want to talk about it. It's also a weapon with range, like the Musket, and we have here also additional damage when you kill a walker. The damage the walker would get, but didn't get anymore because he died, would get the walker next to him. And yeah, it's also a good weapon, but yeah, I didn't use it so often. And what should you know, or what should you use for weapons when you just have this free-to-play weapons? I think you may use some Razor with Engire weapons. This is very good one, I think, because we also have threat reduction like the Crescent Edge here. But remember, you couldn't run away with this, so you have to kill with this charge attack. And just remember, these three weapons just have one target you could kill here. So maybe it's not the best weapon, the best selection. If you use a scout free weapon, you should maybe use then warrior if you just have these three weapons here. Because with the warriors you will hit more targets, and this is in this case better instead of using a free weapons for scouts who have maybe a bigger damage, but yeah, the number of targets is there a bit better. Yeah, I think that's all about scout weapons. Yeah, there exists some pay weapons which may be a bit better, so we got this Mercer X with first strike and Jar, which makes the first hit always on full health points Walker to having the chance of activating Anjaya. But I think this weapon didn't have luck, so you also come up to 80% Anjaya, so 80% rooting chance. And yeah, I think that's all. We have also this musket, which may also could use in some missions, but yeah, my first weapon of choice is this original Mercer X. Yeah, that's all. Bye.